A majority of people seem to think that Africa is a country. However, Africa is not a country. It is a continent that is in need of a helping hand. Every 3.6 seconds, one person in Africa dies of starvation. But here at Lynn University, students are trying to make a difference by creating ways to help this continent by spreading awareness for others and creating ways to contribute.
Africa is a continent that is considered to be one of the poorest continents on Earth. But people don't seem to be fully aware of the troubles going on in Africa. At least 315 million people in Africa survive on less than $1 a day. That is way less than the U.S. population.
I don't know much about Africa, but I do know that it is a struggling country.
By spreading awareness of Africa and creating a small business venture to help, Kuda Biza, a graduate student at Lynn University, used fashion as a way to contribute to this continent that is in dire need.
My motivation for this really is I witnessed, people suffering in Africa, and for the past 4 years while I was at Lynn, I was thinking of ways I could give back. The last week when I was in Zimbabwe, I went to an orphanage, and the things that I saw there were like ridiculous, and I've always wanted to give back and change lives. So the images that I had from that orphanage have always been my motivation to change the lives in Africa. I'm using fashion to contribute to Africa in two ways. The first way is through building awareness. People need to know what's going on in Africa, the problems that people in Africa are facing. And also, I'm using fashion as a vehicle to fundraise money to donate to orphanages in Africa. Like in 2009, in December, we donated to an orphanage in South Africa called Noah. So that's how I'm using fashion to contribute to Africa.
The Afrocentric designs made by freelance and student designers are made not only for a good cause, but for the customers to look good while doing good.
Well, the designs are basically Afrocentric, meaning that they just have an element about Africa in them. Like, for example, this polo shirt has the African continent on it. You're going to see some of the other t-shirt designs are going to incorporate, like, let's say, the African sunset, African, animals and wildlife. So in general, they're just Afrocentric, bringing something unique about Africa through the t-shirt. That's what our t-shirts are based on.
AFR shirts are really trendy. They're in tune with fashion today, so I think it's something that people would really love to wear and just go hang out. They're all basically all-purpose shirts, and I'm really excited about the brand. Looking forward to having great success with it.
Well, depending on the design, the shirts are going to be priced between $20 and $30, and we plan to sell them online. We're going to have an online store, and we're also going to have some of the other shirts in exclusive boutiques. So if you're one who's trendy and you like something nice, you'll probably get some in the boutique.
With a percentage of proceeds going to charity, this cause hopes to help inspire people to help out and become aware of the troubles in Africa.
Well, our goal is to donate to a charity in each African country by 2020. So the proceeds are going to go to charities all over Africa. As I said, in 2009, we started off with South Africa because South Africa is the most southern part of the continent. And we're going to go up the continent until we cover, the whole of the continent. So we're going to donate to charities across Africa.
I think these shirts are a cool idea. It has a neat concept behind it. It reminds me of Tom's shoes. You buy a pair and another pair is donated to a child in need. But in this case, it's a t-shirt, and by buying a shirt, you donate money towards a good cause in Africa. So it's a cool idea. Yes, I would wear a shirt, and I'm really proud of Kuda for doing this.
Right now, people can find us on Facebook. On the group search, just type in Authentic Fashion Renaissance. We actually have a group on there that a lot of people have come on board. That's where we're constantly updating our activities. We're setting up an online store. Everything is going to be there for the launch that's coming up soon. So if people are interested in becoming a part of this, I'd suggest the Facebook group. It's a really good group right now. We have a lot of support on it.
Well, my last remarks basically is for students. If you have an idea, if you want to give back, do not wait until you become that millionaire. Start now, because those pennies and those dollars will add up, and by the time you end up becoming that millionaire, you've already given so much more. So if you have an idea, if you want to give back to society, start now. Don't wait until you've graduated or when you get a job. The time for you to act is now, because the people across the world who need your help, they need it now.
With a vision to change as many lives as possible through Afrocentric fashion, the first line is to be launched this summer. You can be sure to find them online to purchase. And remember, if you have an idea to help someone, don't just sit on it. Do something about it. I'm Arianna Shaffer reporting for Lynn University.